Hello and welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint Show. I am your host, Jay Jones. Black Entrepreneur Blueprint was created specifically to educate and inspire Black entrepreneurs to launch, build, and grow successful businesses. Join us as we help build an economic power base in the Black community by promoting business ownership. If you are currently an entrepreneur or want to be an entrepreneur, we invite you to join us every week here at Black Entrepreneur Blueprint.
Welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, episode number 343. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and today we have another outstanding and informative show in store for you. Today's show topic is the passive income formula that can create multiple streams of income in 4 easy steps. The passive income formula that can create multiple streams of income in 4 easy steps. Now, the reason I'm talking about this today, guys, as a serial entrepreneur, coach, and being able to talk to a lot of entrepreneurs and prospective entrepreneurs, everybody is looking for that passive income formula. And I did a show, you might want to go back and check it out, called The Freedom Equation. Cash flow plus passive income equals freedom. It's called The Freedom Equation Show. I did it probably about 6 or 7 months ago. You can go to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint and just type in The Freedom Equation and it should pop up. I'm sorry, I don't remember the episode number right now. But the passive income formula that can create multiple streams of income in 4 easy steps. So the biggest issue that I find is that many people that are trying to transition from employee to entrepreneur don't necessarily have that time. And so if you can create passive income, the transition is going to be a lot easier. And also, and it really doesn't matter if you're a current entrepreneur or a prospective entrepreneur trying to transition, everybody should want passive income. So you don't want to necessarily trade your hours for dollars. The more passive income streams you can create, the easier it's going to be. And I always talk about having that freedom, the ability to do what you want to do when you want to do it with who you ever want to do it with. But you have the ability to do that because you have passive income coming in. So everybody should strive to have some form of passive income. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I really want to break it down to the simplest form that I can give it. Because a lot of times we make all of these strategies or techniques or tactics, we make everything too hard. Now, I'm not going to deal with the technical aspects of how to do this. The first thing, guys, I want you to understand is a macro view, an overview of what you're trying to do. So many times we get caught in the weeds. And as entrepreneurs, I always talk about planning. So I'm right now in the process of redoing my whole brand, redoing my website. I got a great team working on that right now. And what I have to do is create the framework of what I want. And then the guys on my team are going to help me create that. So once again, you have to understand and not worry about the details right now, the technical aspects. Just focus on the framework and then you can fill in with the technical aspects. Now, before we get to today's show, I just want to share a few things with the BEB family. First and foremost, I want to welcome all first-time listeners to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Welcome to the BEB family. Please stick around until the end of today's broadcast, and I'm going to share all my social media contact links and my resource links, such as the link to my new book, A New Black Wall Street, Circulating the Black Dollar Worldwide by Building Successful E-Commerce Businesses. Also, 2 platforms I've created to help circulate dollars in the worldwide Black economy, BeSmartByBlack.com, HireBlackFreelancers.com, and also my new rebooted, rebranded BEB Academy, where I have all my programs and trainings in the academy. We'll talk about all of that stuff at the end. And also, I want to give a shout out or an update on my new book, Message to the Black Entrepreneur, 14 Laws of Prosperity. So I'm this is going to come out a little late. It was supposed to come out this week, but I'm having some issues with the printer. So the books came back, but several of the pages are missing, which isn't a good thing. So they're doing a reprint. So if you did order Message to the Black Entrepreneur, please hold tight for about 2 to 3 weeks. They said they should have them back. So once again, I apologize for that. But when I went through and proofed the books, everything looked good. But when I physically got the books at my house, I looked and there were several pages, major pages, that were missing in the book, and I couldn't send it out like that. So let's get ready for today's show, the passive income formula that can create multiple streams of income in 4 easy steps. Now, before I forget, guys, I've created an example of what I'm talking about. So if you go to leveragepassiveincome.com, leveragepassiveincome.com, it's a mini funnel, and it's going to actually show you most of the steps to create this passive income. So once again, do not order the product on there because I just did this as an example. So do not go ahead and order the $49 product. It's just an example, a template, so you guys can see this. So you can go to leveragepassiveincome.com and you can actually see exactly what I'm talking about. But go to it after the episode so you'll understand what you're looking at. So let me give you the 4 steps, and then I'm going to use an example to explain exactly what I'm talking about. So once again, we're talking about the passive income formula that can create multiple streams of income in 4 easy steps. Step number 1, paid or social media post to drive traffic to landing page to a lead magnet. So step number 1, a paid post or a social media post, a free post to drive traffic to a landing page. Okay. Now, step number 2, which is actually funnel step number 1. You have a landing page with a lead magnet opt-in. A landing page with a lead magnet opt-in. So if you're not familiar with landing pages and lead magnets, let me give you the definition or describe them to you. So a lead magnet is a piece of content that you're going to offer people so they can opt in to get it. And that piece of content could be a PDF checklist. It could be a link to a video. It could be a podcast episode. Any type of content that's aligned with what you're selling. And I'm going to give you an example so you guys will see it. So that is a lead magnet. And the reason you want to have lead magnets is to build your email database. And I say it all the time, guys, your database is the biggest asset of your business, not your social media followers or anything like that. It is your your database, which is emails. Okay. So you have a lead magnet that sits on a landing page. Your lead magnet can't be out there in cyberspace. It has to sit somewhere. So a landing page is just a 1-page, quote unquote, website. And really it's just a real short website that all it has on there is a description of your lead magnet. And then it has a box where you can put your name and email address to get the lead magnet. 6 steps to earning $100,000 a year. Get this free checklist PDF, blah, blah, blah. Put your name and email here. Okay. So that is a lead magnet, which is the free PDF checklist sitting on a landing page. Okay. So I want everybody to understand that. And we don't want to get too technical today. So once again, step number 1 is a paid post or social media post to drive traffic to your landing page. Step number 2, which is funnel step number 1. There's only 2 steps to this funnel. So your step number 2 is funnel step number 1. And that's a landing page with a lead magnet. So that's the first page of your funnel. Step number 3. Step number 3 in funnel step number 2, which is an upsell offer for a digital product or service. Okay. And step number 4, you put your lead on a customized email sequence via ConvertKit or another autoresponder. So let me just go through that real quick. Step number 1, you got to drive traffic to your landing page and your lead magnet. So people aren't just going to find it, willy-nilly. All right. So you can put paid posts up there, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Or you can just use your social media platforms that you have followers on. And so the first thing is you want to put a link in those paid posts to drive people to step number 2, which is your landing page. And on that landing page, you have a little description of your lead magnet and you have an opt-in box, first name, email, to get this PDF checklist. Step number 3, as soon as they put that information, that name and email address in, what happens in the second part or second page of the funnel, it automatically takes them to an upsell page. Okay. Now, the email is going to be sent and the PDF is going to be sent separately. Okay. So when they go on the landing page, they're going to put their name and email address in. They're going to click the button to download it. And then it's going to take them to step number 3, which is actually step number 2 of the funnel. Okay. Now, and last but not least is step number 4. Once they put in that email address, now you put them on an email sequence, meaning that you're going to continuously follow up with them via email. And once again, guys, we're not going to get super technical. We're just going to give you the overview or the macro. So don't worry about the technology to do all of this. Okay, so you gotta do the framework or the wireframe of it first, and then you can add the technology. So let's look at a real example, okay? It's just an example that I'm making up. So in this example, I'm going to try to sell a video mini course. That's my objective. In order to do that, I'm going to create a lead magnet that's going to make people say, hey, yeah, I'm interested in this. Let me give them my email address and my name, and then I'll get the free lead magnet, which is a checklist. But when they get the free lead magnet, I'm also going to offer them something. So, for example, how to make $100 a day with a 30-minute mini video course. Okay. I'm trying to actually sell a video course. So how to make $100 a day with a 30-minute mini video course. So step number 1, I want to create paid ads or social media posts to send people to my landing page. And on my landing page, which is step 2, my landing page has a lead magnet. And my lead magnet is a checklist of what each mini course needs to sell to make $100 a day. So that's my lead magnet. So you have your Facebook ads or your paid ads or social media posts that have a link that's going to send them to step 2, which is going to go to a landing page. And on that landing page, you have the lead magnet. And the lead magnet is a checklist on what each mini course needs in order to sell $100 per day. So on that checklist, you might have the type of content you need, the correct format that you need to have, actionable content, PDF downloads, video creation, whatever. So you have to have a piece of content that is aligned with what you're eventually trying to sell. Step 1 are paid ads. Step 2, sending those paid ads or social media posts to your landing page. That landing page is actually step 1 of your funnel. Now, after they go on and they or download the checklist, they put their name Jay and they put the email address in and they click that. Your email autoresponder is then going to send them that PDF checklist. All right, so that's going to happen automatically. But once they click and say, yeah, let me download this, your funnel takes them to the next step. Okay, this is part 2 of the funnel. It's step number 3, but it's part 2 of the funnel. So you have step 1 are paid ads. Step 2 is a landing page, which is part 1 of your funnel. Step 3 is actually step 2 of your funnel. So what happens now after they put their name and email address in, they click next. What they see next is a new page. And I'm just making this up. Congratulations. You've taken the first step to making $100 per day. Now that you have the formula to create your $100 a day mini course, you may need to learn how to drive traffic to your offer. Remember, if nobody sees your offer, it will be impossible to sell your mini course. Take advantage of this one-time offer for my training program called Facebook Ads for Online Courses. All right, now I'm being very specific about my upsell. You got the free PDF checklist, But let me give you something else that's going to help you accomplish your goals. So I didn't say Facebook ads. I said Facebook ads for online courses. Remember, the whole premise, what I'm trying to sell is how to make $100 a day with 30-minute video courses, mini video courses. So I'm being very specific. So here we go. Take advantage of this one-time offer for my training program called Facebook Ads for Online Courses. Once again, specific, which shows you how to drive low-cost Facebook traffic to sell your online course. Normally, this program sells for $97. Okay, but this is a one-time offer now. So I'll make a one-time offer for only $19.97. Okay. Now, what I'm doing right here is I want to almost make it irresistible for them to actually decline this offer. Okay. So I'm giving you a $97 program for $19.97. Okay. So I want to make them feel silly for not even taking it. Okay. So make them feel silly for not taking you up on it and show them what they'll lose if they don't do it. Okay. Then you can even add an additional upsell. Okay. So you can add something else on it. All right. But this is what this does. So what happens is you've taken somebody that has raised their hand to get a free lead magnet, a checklist on what they need to create a successful mini course that's going to make them $100 a day. So they signed up and got the free checklist. Now, once they got the checklist, what you've done is you've transitioned into congratulations. Hey, you made the right move. Now, if you really want to make this money, let me show you how my specifically aligned Facebook course for online courses is going to help you level up and quickly start making money. Now, what this does is several things. Number one, the offer is aligned specifically with the lead magnet. Okay? How to make $100 a day with a 30-minute mini video course. So the lead magnet is a checklist to that. Now they got the checklist. You know they're trying to make a mini video course. Now what you're going to show them is, hey, it's cool to make the course, but if you don't have anybody come to that course, then you're not going to make any money. Let me show you how I've created this Facebook ads program specifically for online course creators. Now, normally this is $97, but I'm going to make this one-time offer for $19.97, which is basically irresistible. Okay. So now you do that. So you have the possibility of making $19.97 for a product that you've already created. So you've already created this Facebook ads training. So you've built an asset. And I talked about this last week. You need to start building assets. So now you give that offer. And once again, this is in the second page of the sales funnel. Okay. Then you could also have an additional offer. Okay. You could add, well, let me give you this mini course template, or let me give you this something else to aid them in completing their task. And then what you do is you give that on a discount. So just say that, hey, you can get both of these for $97. Normally it's $246 or something like that. So you can add another one-time offer or another upsell. And so the reason that you're doing this, guys, is number one, you can create passive income. So you run your Facebook ads or whatever type of ads, or you do your social media post. You take people to a landing page with a lead magnet that they can opt in for free, right? Once they opt in, it takes them to another page of your funnel, which offers them something that's going to assist them doing whatever you offered them. It has to be aligned. So you're going to offer assistance. Okay, now you can also add another one-time offer after that. Don't worry about the technical aspects. Just understand the concepts first. The technical things can be handled, or you can outsource that. So now, and really what you're doing is you have a self-liquidating offer. So if you're running Facebook ads or Twitter ads, Instagram ads, or whatever, Just imagine if 1 out of every 5 people signs up for that 1997 program. And what happens if your Facebook ads cost you just, I'm just going to make this up, $2 per person, right? So in order to get 5 people at $2 per person, that costs you $10, right? Now you're going to have to understand your metrics, but you won't know that until you do this. So if every 5th person that goes and gets that PDF download buys that 1997 program, I've spent $10, but I made $19.97, right? So you made $9.97. So you almost 100 times, doubled your expenses. So that's what's called a self-liquidating ad. So what you're doing is you're not waiting 5 or 6 days to sell something. You're selling something immediately after they get a free product or, download, whatever that lead magnet is. You're offering something else that's going to move them along their journey. It's going to make it easier. It's going to help solve problems. So this passive income formula is really 4 steps. And I'm going to review that real quick, and I'm going to tell you why digital products are probably the best way to go to start off. But before we do that, guys, I just want to share all my social media contact information and my resource links real quick with the BEB family. Now, all of this can be found at bebconnect.com. Everything I'm about to tell you, you can go to bebconnect.com, but I do want to share everything, especially for first-time listeners. Now, I mentioned at the top of the show, my new book is out, A New Black Wall Street, Circulating the Black Dollar Worldwide by Building Successful E-Commerce Businesses. So if you're interested in building a successful, sustainable e-commerce business, go to anewblackwallstreet.com. Pick yourself up a copy, $14.95 for the physical book, $9.95 for the digital version. Now, if you need additional assistance building your successful, sustainable e-commerce business, my new flagship program, pound for pound, the best program out there, Brand Builder Academy Elite, 14-week program that takes you from point A to point Z in building a physical products brand or a digital products brand. We're not talking about selling product. We're talking about building brand and building brand equity. You can go to bbaelite.com, bbaelite.com, and use the coupon code BBAELITE100 to save $100 off of the program. I also mentioned at the top of the show 2 platforms I've created to help circulate dollars in the worldwide black economy. So if you are a black product producer that wants to sell your products to black consumers worldwide, upload your product information to besmartbyblack.com. It is free, besmartbyblack.com, and you can connect with black consumers worldwide and sell your products. Now, I didn't forget about you freelancers. So if you do anything on Fiverr.com or freelancer.com, you can go to hireblackfreelancers.com, HIRE, blackfreelancers.com, upload your information. It is free. And you can connect with black consumers and black businesses that are looking to hire black freelancers. Now, I mentioned also at the top of the show my new rebranded, rebooted BEB Academy, Black Entrepreneur Blueprint Academy. All of my online trainings, courses, and everything are behind the Academy wall. You can go to bebacademy.com, watch the short video, and you can sign up for 5 days free access to the Academy. That 5-day free access gives you access to everything inside the Academy, all the trainings, all the programs, and all the courses. So make sure you check that out. Now, if you need to be or connect with me, there's a couple ways to do it. Once again, you can go to bebconnect.com and all of this information is going to be there. But if you need to connect real quick, you can hit me on my email. Anything long, hit me at jjones@blackentrepreneurblueprint.com, JAYJONES. Every time I say J Jones, it's JAYJONES. All right. So jjones@blackentrepreneurblueprint.com. Facebook, just go to Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Twitter, jjones001. Instagram, jjones4real, JAYJONES, the number 4, REAL. YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, family. Go to YouTube, type in Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, hit that like and subscribe button. I have additional content on YouTube that is not on the show. Yes, the show does come out on YouTube, but there is additional content on there. LinkedIn, just go search for J Jones Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Clubhouse, check me out at I am J Jones. Please connect with me on Clubhouse. We're about to start doing a whole lot on Clubhouse. I've been sitting back, checking everything out over there. And so we're about to launch a couple of things on Clubhouse. Also, if you want to be included in the BEB text line for notifications and reminders about special events, text BEB to 555-888. BEB to 555-888. And once again, family, I know that's a mouthful. Just go to bebconnect.com. That's a page on my website, and it has all of the information I just had mentioned to you. It has all the links and everything. bebconnect.com. Now, let's get ready to close out the last quarter of the show. So let's talk about this passive income formula and the multiple streams of income that it can create. So once again, there's only 4 steps: paid social media posts or just regular social media posts, sending people to a landing page with a free lead magnet. Then after they subscribe to the lead magnet, it takes them to the second page of the sales funnel, which is an offer, a one-time offer. And then the 4th step is sending them, sequential emails and having them on your database. But let's talk about how you can create multiple streams of income. So this 4-step formula can be used in any vertical. So for example, if you're in one industry, say you're in the accounting industry, and you want to start playing around or testing out stuff in other industries, say you want to sell a product or something else that has nothing to do with your accounting business, this same 4-step formula can work for that and create multiple streams of income. So when you go to a free a lead magnet for free, and then you go to a possible sale of $19.97 and then another upsell for $97 or whatever, basically you've recouped your ad cost if it's done right, and you're making money at the same time. So I always talk about building assets. So in that example I gave you, the asset was the Facebook ads course for online course makers, right? That's an asset. You create that once, you can continue to sell that for as long as it's relevant. Now, I know in certain industries, things change quickly, so you may need to update the content. And I mentioned also previously about digital products. Now, physical products are great, but digital products are very simple to create. So I was just talking to one of my coaching students, and you don't need to be Cecil B. DeMille and create the 10 Commandments movie. People are doing stuff on iPhones, right? As long as the content is good, the audio is good, where they can understand you, they can see you, and they can follow what you're doing, good enough is good enough. Remember, there's always additional iterations to your product. So you may come out with your first product, and then you say, man, I need to redo this. You'll come out and you'll do iteration number 2.0. So don't be concerned about having a perfect product. There's no such thing. Okay, so digital products, guys, you create it once. There's no inventory. You're not paying for private label. You're not doing any of that. It's sitting up there, and it is an asset. The only cost against that asset is what it costs to market to people to get to buy that product. So if you're selling a $97 digital product, and it takes you on average $25 or $27 to get a customer, then you made $50 free and clear after that. You don't have to worry about shipping. You don't have to worry about returns or anything of that nature. So digital products are usually less expensive to create and more profitable. Now, once again, just imagine if you have, and I'll just use this example, say you're making $100 a day off a mini course, right? And you have from one asset. Now, say you have 4 or 5 different assets, and you're making $100 a day off of each of those assets. And they could be in totally different verticals. You can have all types of ideas, for example. So once again, you could be an accountant, and you could have a program, a digital course on how to start your business. Okay, you also might be enjoy some other types of things, and you can have a training program or something about something totally different. But the formula is the same, guys. The formula is the same. Now, I'm having a conversation with one of my friends, and we're talking about multiple streams of income. And what I always tell people is, that's great, but let's get one stream of income down, get that down pat first, so you're making the money. Then you can start branching out and creating additional streams of income. Because what you may not realize is that one stream of income can probably spin off additional income sources, like an ecosystem, for example. All right, just like, I have my online courses, I have the podcast, that's the center, that's the driver. I have my books, I have my online courses, I have my coaching, I have my training. Those are multiple streams of income, but the source is Black Entrepreneur Blueprint. Now, I also have additional income from my other physical products, brands, and businesses. So I'm using the same concept and I'm creating multiple streams of income. So the first thing I would suggest or recommend is you get one passive income stream down first. So when you're able to have money coming in, you're able to be more creative when your bills are paid, when you're not worrying about keeping your electricity on, paying your mortgage or your rent, your car note, you hiding your car at your buddy's house so it don't get repoed. It's hard to be creative. It's hard to think like that. So let's focus on creating one solid stream of passive income. Once you do that, family, you got options and you can think, okay? But the formula stays the same. There's some people that can multitask. For me, that's just how I'm wired. I multitask, so I can do 2 or 3 things at one time, but everybody's not like that. And sometimes, to be quite honest, I think it hurts me too because I need to be more, centrally focused. But I get bored when I'm only doing one thing. But that, once again, you got to understand and know yourself. Nobody knows you better than you. So you need to understand how you work and what's more beneficial to you in the long term. But yeah, so you want to create that one stream of income, that passive income first. Then you create additional streams. And once again, the 4 steps. Step number 1, you want to drive traffic to your landing page, which has your lead magnet on it. Okay? That's step number 1 is drive traffic. Step number 2 is have your landing page with a lead magnet on it. Step number 3 is you deliver the lead magnet via your email, and then you upsell the prospect on a product or service that's going to help them accomplish their goal that is aligned with the lead magnet. And step number 4, you put them on a customized email sequence. So once again, a lot of people aren't going to be ready to buy right away. So they're usually several stages of prospects. Somebody that's automatically going to buy, yeah, I'm ready. You don't even say no more because I got this. All right. Then you're going to have somebody that has to think about it. Then you're going to have somebody that's not ready right now. Then you'll have the 4th person that's going to be like, nah, I don't even want it. It's a wrap. So people are going to be in different stages of the buying cycle. And what you need to do is you need to meet them at whatever stage they're in. And so that's what email autoresponders do. So they may take people, you're giving them a journey. So your email is a journey for that person. And we're going to do a masterclass later on because behind the scenes, guys, I'm revamping everything. Website is getting a major overhaul. All my funnels are getting a major overhaul. And everything is going to be revamped. And you have to take people on a personalized customer journey. So when you come to my website right now, it's all kind of stuff on there, right? But in about a month and a half to 2 months, when you come on the site, you're going to be able to take a customized journey. What are you interested in? Oh, I'm interested in financing for my business. All right, let me give you some resources on that. Oh, I'm interested in e-commerce. All right, go here and check out these resources here. So you need to give people a customized journey when they visit your website and also through email. People sleep on email. The reason email isn't opened a lot is because you're not sending the right emails. You're not telling people what to expect in the next email. A very simple way, guys, to do a digital product, and I wasn't planning on talking about this today, but I am, is an email course. It could be a course that is just a series of 5 to 7 emails, taking people from point 1 to point 10. And you can actually charge people for that. You're taking them on a specific journey. Okay? It could be a duration journey, 30 days to a slimmer waist, or it could be a steps journey, directions, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we'll talk about this, and like I said, in detail on a later episode. But people need to be taken on a journey that's customized and personalized for them. So, for example, like these standard emails, and I'll use my website, for example, right? There's so much stuff on there, and it's outdated and all of that. That's why it's getting a rebrand. But when you come on now, it's going to ask you, hey, what are you interested in? Are you an entrepreneur? Yes or no? Or what are you interested in? Are you interested in this? Okay, here's some resources for you. Go check these free resources out or whatever. And so it's going to take people on a customized journey. So everybody isn't going to respond to everything. But if you can customize their journey where you're speaking to them wherever they are in the buying cycle, then that's going to be more productive for you as the entrepreneur and also for the prospective customer. So today we're talking about passive income formula that can create multiple streams of income in 4 easy steps. So I said I wasn't going to get into the technical aspects of this, so I'm not going to go super heavy, but I do just want to say this. So the only things that you're going to need an email autoresponder, because you want to customize these emails when people sign up for one of your lead magnets. You're going to need a landing page, okay? Obviously, you're going to need some type of funnel. So there's click funnels. There's all types of different funnels out there. I'm actually moving away from click funnels right now. And I've been playing around with a new funnel builder based on WordPress. And I just say it's called Drop Funnels. And, I'm loving it right now. So I'm actually transitioning away from click funnels. So that's what I'm using right now. So everything I'm doing in the back office is designed to give people a more fluid interaction when they come across any part of my ecosystem. So I had a conversation with my oldest daughter a couple of days ago, and it's funny, we're so much alike sometimes that we butt heads. You know what I mean? So she's like, Dad, you need to do this. I said, yo, slow down. I said, I've been an entrepreneur longer than you've been born, right? And she's like, I know, Dad, but I be listening. And I said, all right, got you. And she had some valid points. So I was telling her, I said, there's a couple of parts to an automobile, a high efficiency automobile. You can have the hood looking nice, but if your engine is raggedy, it don't matter. You're not going to be efficient. So I said, right now, babe, I'm working on my engine. I'm plugging the holes in the bucket. So I'm updating everything, the website, social media. I'm getting somebody in to help with that. And so in order to plug the holes in the bucket, you got to handle the interior, the engine first. Then worry about polishing up the hood and making the outside look good. So all of probably the next 2 to 3 months, from January probably through March, I'm going to be updating everything and plugging holes. And one of the episodes, eventually I'm going to talk about plugging holes in your funnels, giving people personalized interaction with you, taking them on a journey that not that you want to show them, but a journey that they want. So when, like I said, you come to my website and I got all of this stuff over there, you're going to be like, man, what they say, a confused mind can't make decisions. So I'm going to ask you when you come to the site, what are you trying to learn? What are you interested in? Oh, you're interested in e-commerce? Here's some resources for you. Here's this free resource for you. Check out this webinar, blah, blah, blah. Check out my book. Oh, you interested in getting financing for your business? And I want to give you guys a heads up too. So that's something else that we're going to start doing. I get so many entrepreneurs that, ask me and reach out to me for financing. So we're about to create an entity that's going to be able to provide financing. So that takes me back to my lending days in my mortgage business, also my equipment leasing business. And we also used to do business lending back in the day. So that's something that we're working on right now that should be out in a couple months. So if you have a viable business, then you can go and hopefully get financing for that. So there's a whole bunch of things that we're working on the back end. But I wanted to say that to say this. If you follow the formula, you can create multiple streams of income. But once again, I recommend that you get that one passive income stream first, get that down, and then start looking at other things. So we have the tendency, guys, of, hey, yeah, I'm going to create 8 multiple income streams this month. You may be able to do that, but let's get one solid one that's going to help you take care of all of your bills and everything you need. That way you got options and you can think. Trust me, I've been laying on the couch, looking at the ceiling, trying to figure out how I'm going to keep this electricity on. How I'm going to figure out how to pay this mortgage. How am I going to figure out, man, I hope they don't come and repo, my car or my truck or something like that. Been there, done that twice. Don't want to go back. So I've been there. So the things that I talk about, family, I'm speaking from experience. Know-how versus knowledge. I say it all the time. Knowledge can be acquired anywhere. You can watch TV, National Geographic, you got knowledge. You can read a book, you got knowledge. Okay, you can watch a movie, you got knowledge. You can watch somebody fix a car, you got knowledge. But the question remains is, do you know how to do it? You can, I can watch somebody fix a car and then they say, yo, man, go ahead and do that to this car. But I don't know how to do it. Know-how comes from doing, from experience. So the things that I'm talking to you guys about is from experience. It's not from, theory. Theory is great if you're in college. That's why I always cracked up when you got people teaching entrepreneur classes that never had a business before. There's theory and then there's practical application. And so you're never going to get the know-how until you jump out and do it. So one of the reasons why I'm talking about the passive income formula right now and digital products to create that passive income is because it's a low overhead thing to do. You can literally create a digital product and put it on a platform like Thinkific, if you even want to do that, for $39, $29 a month, right? Or you can create an email course. It's just a series of emails moving people from point A to point Z. And all that is an email autoresponder. Hey, today is our first day, and today we're going to be doing this, this, and this. Then I'm going to prep you for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, you'll get an email with the subject line as this. And then you got to get ready for that. And so what you do is you take people down a path. You take them on a journey, not that you want to put them on, but they told you that they want to go on. And you help them either solve a problem or transition from point A to point B. Okay? So that's what people are buying. Okay? They're not buying your product or service. They're buying the transformation of what your product or service does. And that's what you got to understand. Passive income formula that can create multiple streams of income in 4 easy steps. Also, guys, before we close on out, I say this each and every week. Please continue to spread the word about Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, the podcast. Like I said, we get more and more downloads every day. According to Chartable, we're the #1 downloaded Black Entrepreneur podcast in the world, and that's attributed all to the BEB family. Please, I always say it's not just about the podcast, the blog, or the BEB ecosystem. It's about the BEB family and building an economic power base in the worldwide Black economy. Not just in the States, not just in Canada, not just in Africa, worldwide Black economy. And that's why I wrote the book, A New Black Wall Street, Circulating the Black Dollar Worldwide by Building Successful E-Commerce Businesses, family. The world is literally at your fingertips right now. So we need to start building and always supporting Black-owned businesses. Make it a conscious and concerted effort to seek out and find Black-owned businesses and support them. Like I said, if this pandemic hasn't taught anybody anything, if you don't understand that e-commerce is here to stay and is just going to continue to grow, I don't know what to tell you, fam. I don't know what to tell you. But What I do know is this, that we've always been on the cutting edge of certain things like entertainment and art and history. We got to start being on the cutting edge of business. Also, I just want to say this. Man, I just watched Nate Parker's new movie yesterday. Man, what's the name of the movie called? Yeah, American Skin. Man, that's a powerful movie. I heard an interview with Nate Parker, and this is the last thing I want to say before we close on out. And it kind of troubled me a little bit because the brother, I forgot who he was talking to, but he was talking to somebody about, yeah, I'm an independent filmmaker. And it's crazy, I'm paraphrasing, when I got to go to white people to finance my films. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, yo, that doesn't make any sense. So we got a ton of wealthy black individuals, athletes, entertainers, business people. And those stories, man, that was a powerful story. It was a little different than I thought. I thought it was going to be more violence, but it was a cerebral type of film, and it was excellent. And that brother shouldn't be going to anybody else to finance his movie at all. That's the type of stuff that we need to finance, that we need to create and put on our own platforms. Take control of the vertical. If anybody ever heard of Sam Cooke, right? And I know y'all might have seen One Night in Miami with Sam Cooke, Ali, Jim Brown, and I forgot who the fourth person was. But yeah, so the crazy thing is, you know, Sam Cooke was trying to put together a distribution deal with a lot of the black artists. And they think that's one of the reasons he got killed. So in terms of controlling the vertical, you know, we got Black Hollywood, right? So let's start financing, producing, and putting out these movies on our own platform. I don't understand it. You know, I think we need to get together and start really focusing on that, because that's something that's very important. Stop letting somebody else dictate what gets made, where and when it's going to be distributed, and who's going to see it. That movie was actually written or done in 2019 and it's just coming out now. This was done before, I believe, the George Floyd incident. And I think they held it back because of what was going on. But that doesn't make sense, family, for this brother who's out here, you know, putting out this content, you know, to have to go to somebody else, some other ethnicity, to get the thing made. All right, fam. Like I said before, I love you guys. Please continue to spread the word about the podcast, the blog. And once again, it's about building an economic power base in the black community. Love you guys. See you same time next week. Peace.